Alright, so this is what I'm going to start out with. Sort of a rough design. Okay. I'm just gonna... I drew all these different lines just to see how it would look. I'm not going to cut on every single one of those lines. So this circle right here is a 2-inch circle. We have it going up to here. And then it curves. This right here is up to the curve to where it hits the circle is 1.5 inches. Then I just used the thing I used to put the circle on. I used that up here to draw that out, and then used this angle to put that angle on there. So I'll be cutting it on that up here, down and around, and then I was going to do it here, but that was going to be too big of an opening. So I'm going to go up, hit this curve right here, which I used this to for that, hit this curve and go up and back out, and then if I need it wider, I can cut on these. This is 2 inches from here to here, so I'm going to try that first because that's how wide the stalks are. That's how wide the circle is, so we'll see how that looks first. If it looks good, then I'll leave these two, and I won't cut there, but otherwise I'm going to go down to 2.5, I'm pretty sure. No, that's 2.25. Yeah, I'll go down to 2.25 if I need to. Make it bigger, I'll just see how it works, and so we'll cut this out, and then we'll see how everything fits. Alright, so what I ended up doing is I put the gun in here just to see how it would fit, and since it had a scope, it was hitting that piece that was sticking out here. That's the scope was, so it would not go in all the way. So I cut that off and rounded this off like that. So I think that's the way I like it. Everything else fits. Gotta sand this down a little more, get it more even as it goes up. So anyway, I'll get that sanded down, and then I need to draw the rest of these out and then cut them all out. So I'm going to put 5 in here so I can fit 5 guns. So I'll draw these all out, and then I'll show you guys what I did. Alright, so here's the pattern I came up with. So what I have is just the circle. I did a few different cuts to see which one works the best. This one, I noticed that this might be a little bit skinny. It'll still work to hold one. Since that knot is there, it'll definitely help it. Since there's like 3 knots in here, it'll make it stronger, but from there on I wanted it to be a little bit thicker. So as you can see here, I switched my design a little bit. If you have one of these, all I did was put it on here like normal, and then went out to the 10 on there and drew my line on there. So that's all I did with that on there and there. So this is just that 2-inch hole right here. I would draw from the center of the last one that you cut, go down, put a mark at 6 3/4. That would be the center point, and then I'd go across here, find the middle of the board, put it at 6 3/4 in the middle of the board. That would be the center for this. As you can see down here, marked it there. And then from where it would first hit this, the furthest part out on the circle, I went up, pretty sure it's 3 1/4. Yep, 3 1/4 up to here. That I just measured from here and out, placed that measurement, and then went up here and put the dot where that was. That way I have a straight line. Did the same with this. And the way I got this measurement is I just put this on, went out to the 10, made sure that this corner was touching. I'm at the 10 here, measured between here and here until I had 2 inches, drew the line out, measured this off to where this line needed to end, and then I drew a straight line down to there. So then I just put some curves on here That way we don't have sharp edges. So anyway, I'm gonna cut this out, and then so I already have 1, 2, 3, 4. Then I'll put one more on here, and then we will get another piece of wood and do the other side, and then we'll sand these all down and put some things together, and we'll see how this all turns out. Alright, so here's both of our sides all cut out. This one's the one with the bigger holes in it. Then I made this one because this one has 2-inch holes. This one has 1.5. I did that because the barrels are not as big as the stocks. So where the barrels will go, I don't need as much of room for it to move around as with this. You can sort of see there. This one's smaller, that one's bigger. But all of the other measurements are the same, except that in between here and here, instead of having it be 2 inches, it's 1.5 to match with the hole. So anyway, I'm going to take a sander, a Dremel tool, anything I have that'll work for this, and I'm gonna sand this all down and get all of these junky looking rough edges all cleaned up, and then we will work on the top and the bottom. And I might actually have enough board here to do at least the bottom or the top or something, so we'll see. So anyway, I'll sand this all down and then I'll show you guys what it looks like. Alright, it's got these all sanded down real nice. Now I'm just gonna go and I'm gonna have to measure a board to go between here on the base to separate them that way. That one will lay flat, and then one to go on the back for mounting. So I'm probably gonna put one on the back here too for mounting. So go and measure see how long we need it, and then I'll cut those boards up and I'll show you guys how it's done. Alrighty, so I got these boards put in place. I went on 20.5 inches, so this board right here and this board right here is 20.5 inches because it has to go on the inside of here. You can see that it's on the inside of both of these things, and this one is a little bit longer because I put it on the outside. And these two boards will be the ones that you put the holes through and put the screws into the wall to mount it. So you want to make those sturdy. So what I did was I just put 3 screws in there, just like that. And you want to make sure that you drill the holes out first, that way it doesn't crack. So anyway, I think I'm gonna take a propane torch and burn this a little bit, just put some cool looking stuff on it, and I'll show you guys what it looks when it's all finished. Alright, so here it is, all finished. With the burn look on there, makes it look a lot more rustic. I like that better than how it looked before. And if you want to, you can buy like, let's see, what is it called? Just soft stuff to put in there. But felt, that's what I was trying to think of. You can buy some felt and glue it in there into all those things and all the way down. So then down here you can put your bullets and stuff. Just put a smaller gun right here, and then you can put some bullets down in here, pistols, whatever you want. And you can build different things off of here. You can just make this your own. So you can do it however you want. This is the way that looks like it worked good for me. Now you just gotta go and hang it up and put the guns on it. So anyway, there's how to build a gun rack for your wall for hanging all your guns up. Well, I hope you guys liked the video, and I will see you on the next one.